Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is in for Thursday, July 24, 2025. In today's episode, Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, gets a tempting offer from Nick Marone, Jack Wagner. Meanwhile, Steffy Forrester Finnegan, Jacqueline Missinswood, admits Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, is a hero. Everyone, including the kids, are still visiting Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton. Bill Spencer, Don Diamond, gushes about how much Liam loves Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace, and Kelly Spencer, Sophia Perez. Steffi admits that someone else is a hero too, Sheila. Liam confesses that John Finn Finnegan, Tanner Novlan, helped save his life too, and now he owes him. Steffi just hopes that Sheila will continue doing the right thing, but she's not so sure. At Il Giardino, Sheila is playing cards with two employees. Deacon Sharp, Scene Cannon, comes by and starts making jokes. Deacon tells the employees that Sheila cheats. They know. Sheila is shocked. Deacon and Sheila talk about Luminozawa, Lisa Yamada. Deacon doesn't want to talk about her, but knows Finn must be feeling conflicted as well. Sheila truly believes Luna could have changed for the better. At Forrester Creations, Brooke Logan, Catherine Kelly Lang, tells Katie Logan, Heather Tom, about Nick's invitation. Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., didn't like it. Katie and Brooke discuss how a Nick reunion will benefit Taylor. In another office, Ridge vents to Eric Forrester, John McCook, about Nick. Ridge promises to protect his loved ones. Eric thinks this is about Brooke, but Ridge says he loves Taylor. The patriarch calls the engagement flimsy. Eric says everyone knows that Taylor isn't Ridge's Logan. Eric reminds Ridge that Brooke won't be around forever. What happens if she's gone when he finally comes to his senses? Open your eyes, Ridge. Eric says Ridge's mother was pig-headed too. Nick stops by to see Taylor. After gloating about pushing Ridge's buttons, he brings up the engagement. Nick thinks Taylor should go on the trip to Italy. Taylor can guess he needs her help. Nick jokes about double dating. The sailor tells Taylor that Eric is still pushing Ridge together. He thinks a better idea is Taylor keeping an eye on Ridge in Naples. Well, this wouldn't be the first time Taylor spied on Ridge. In Rome, Taylor spied on Ridge and Brooke as they reunited over a keyhole. So is Italy going to be another Bridge reboot, or could there be an unexpected twist? Los Angeles turned up the drama on Thursday, July 24, with a bold and the beautiful episode that pushed loyalties to their breaking point, exposed raw emotion, and dared the unthinkable. Could Sheila Carter truly be seen as a hero? The cliffside echoes of past betrayals, dangerous trysts, and deep maternal fears cast long shadows today. None more than over Taylor Hayes, whose resolve was tested in ways she hadn't imagined. Meanwhile, Steffi's controversial declaration about Sheila sent shockwaves through her family and possibly signaled the beginning of a dangerous alliance. Let's dive into the full, emotional, and jaw-dropping recap of today's events. Opening scene: Taylor's restless confession. The episode opened in a familiar setting, the Forrester guest house, where Taylor Hayes found herself gazing out at the ocean, cup of herbal tea in hand, but with a storm of temptation brewing inside her. She had just spent the night tossing and turning after an emotional dinner with Nick Marone, who had returned to Los Angeles with charisma, chemistry, and unfinished business. Ridge's words about choosing Brooke still haunted her. She was tired of being the backup plan, the second choice. But Nick's attention made her feel alive again, seen again. As Taylor spoke aloud to herself, viewers were given a poignant moment of vulnerability. "It's not just about Ridge anymore," she said, voice trembling. "It's about me, and what I deserve." The camera slowly panned out, revealing a knock on the door. It was Nick. Nick's proposal, temptation in the flesh. Nick Marone entered with his signature confident smirk, holding a small bouquet of wildflowers. "You left these on the boat," he said, handing them to her. Or maybe you were hoping I'd come back with them. Taylor laughed nervously, but her guard was clearly faltering. The chemistry crackled. Nick's tone shifted. You're not just Ridge's past, Taylor. You're someone's future, maybe mine. That sentence hit her like a freight train. Nick reached for her hand and didn't let go. Spend the day with me. Let's forget the past and just be. Taylor hesitated, but then nodded. One day. At the Cliff House, Steffy's staggering declaration. Elsewhere in Malibu, Finn and Steffy were locked in yet another tense conversation about Sheila. Finn couldn't believe his ears when Steffy made a stunning claim. I'm not saying I trust her, Steffy clarified. But you can't deny what happened. Liam could have died if Sheila hadn't pulled him from that wreck. She saved him. Finn's jaw tightened. And how many people has she nearly killed? Including you. Steffy sighed, frustrated. People can change, Finn. Maybe this is proof she's trying. But it wasn't just about forgiveness, it was about fear. Steffy wasn't sleeping, wasn't eating. Ever since the car crash and the confrontation with Sheila, something inside her had shifted. The woman she hated had become a savior. And that was something she couldn't emotionally process, let alone explain. Finn, torn between his wife and biological mother, could barely keep it together. Steffy, if we let Sheila back in, there's no undoing it. She's already in, Finn, Steffy whispered. Whether we like it or not. Sheila's redemption tour, Deacon plays devil's advocate. At Il Giardino, Deacon sat across from Sheila, who was positively glowing after her latest act of heroism. She was sipping espresso like a woman at peace, but Deacon wasn't buying the act. Don't get cocky, he warned. This isn't a clean slate, it's just a crack in the wall. Sheila leaned in, eyes gleaming. It's more than that. Steffy looked at me like I wasn't a monster, that's something. Deacon reminded her of the long list of lives she'd destroyed. Don't confuse opportunity with acceptance, he said. But Sheila was already a step ahead. She revealed she had reached out to a crisis counselor, someone to help her process her past. Whether it was genuine or another manipulation was unclear, but Deacon was stunned. Are you serious? He asked. Sheila nodded. You said if I wanted to be part of Finn's life, I needed to earn it, so I'm starting today. Brooke's interrogation, warning shots fired. Back at Forrester Creations, Brooke confronted Ridge about Taylor's recent behavior and her own suspicions. She's spending a lot of time with Nick, Brooke said, folding her arms. Are you really okay with that? Ridge, irritated, rumbled. Taylor can do what she wants. I chose you, remember? But Brooke didn't miss the flash of regret in his eyes. I know that look, she said. You think you made a mistake. Ridge didn't respond. Instead, he changed the subject, Sheila. Steffy calling her a hero? That's dangerous talk. I don't care what she did, Sheila will never change. Brooke agreed, adding, and if Taylor's being pulled back into old flames and wishful thinking, maybe it's because she sees what's ahead. And it's not you. Taylor and Nick, cliffside kisses and complicated emotions. Taylor and Nick's one day turned into a full-fledged romantic interlude. They walked the Santa Monica Pier, shared gelato, and ended up on a hidden cliffside trail they used to visit. As the waves crashed below, Nick stopped walking and turned to her. You're still beautiful, you know, he said. And still so scared of letting yourself be loved. Taylor, emotional, shook her head. I've been waiting for someone to choose me, really choose me. Nick stepped forward. Then let me. And with that, they kissed, a passionate, tender, and complicated kiss. But just behind a tree, a camera clicked. Someone had been following them. Steffy faces the Forresters. The fallout begins. Back at the Forrester mansion, Steffy arrived to a full audience. Ridge, Eric, Brooke, Hope, and even Thomas had assembled after hearing whispers about her Sheila comments. What you're saying is insane, Hope exclaimed. She's a killer. I'm not condoning anything, Steffy fired back. But I'm acknowledging what happened. Lion's alive because of her. We can't ignore that. Eric was more diplomatic. We've all made mistakes. But redemption, it can't erase years of trauma. Thomas, surprisingly, sided with his sister. People saw me as beyond saving once too. Maybe Sheila's trying. Ridge exploded. Sheila Carter doesn't try, she plays. And the minute you let her in, she'll twist you into her puppet. But Steffi was firm. I'm not letting her in. I'm recognizing her humanity. Maybe that's the only way to protect my own. The episode ends, Sheila's hope, Taylor's dilemma. As the episode neared its end, the pieces on the board were all shifting. Sheila stood outside the Cliff House in the dark, watching from afar. She saw Kelly playing inside, Finn and Steffi wrapped in a tense embrace, and she whispered, "One day, I'll be part of that. One day they'll see." Meanwhile, Taylor returned home after her whirlwind day with Nick. She stood in her living room, still flushed from the kiss, still reeling from the implications. A knock at her door startled her. It was Ridge. "I heard about Nick," he said quietly. "I just wanted to say, be careful." Taylor's eyes welled up. "Jealous, Ridge?" "Maybe," he admitted. "But mostly, I'm scared. For you." The screen faded to black on her uncertain expression. Final thoughts. Temptation, redemption, and dangerous alliances. Thursday's episode of The Bold and the Beautiful was a powerhouse of tension, temptation, and redefinition. Taylor Hayes, once steadfast and cautious, was clearly unraveling her boundaries in the name of self-love, even if it meant rekindling an old flame. Whether this will heal or hurt her remains to be seen. But it was Steffi's declaration that Sheila might be a hero, which left the deepest impact. In a show where history never dies and redemption is rare, her bold stance may create fractures far greater than anything Sheila has done. Is Sheila playing the long game again? Has Taylor truly moved on? And who was the mysterious photographer capturing Taylor and Nick's private moment? One thing is certain. The waves crashing against Malibu's cliffs are nothing compared to the emotional storm brewing inside the Forrester family. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and BAUTFUL UPDAT YouTube channel for more update news.